Hey there, Juggies. It's your old pal McJuggerNuggets here. I was going to tell you this story sitting on a tripod just chilling, but I decided to take it handheld because I wanted to make it more intimate, personal, add some movement to it. Because the story I'm about to tell you is one that deeply affected me, and it happened when I was 8 years old. The reason I'm doing it outside is because it has to do with asphalt, actually. Like this driveway, for instance, tar. I've told this story a million times, so I feel completely comfortable. It's been like 14 years. Like I said, I was 8 years old, so here we go, Juggies. First and foremost, let me just say, the Juggies store has been hacked. Yeah, so don't buy anything from there. However, the Psycho Dad shirts, and my dad's not here, and if he comes down this driveway, I need to book it back into the house. But those are for sale still. You can find that in the corner below on the Represent site. Hopefully we'll get this all sorted out. Alright, so about this story. It's a dark, dreary day out today, so I thought no better setting than to tell this story. I'm not trying to depress you guys. Hell, you can listen to it while you're laying in bed or just eating some fucking Cheetos on the computer or on your phone, whatever, sitting on the toilet watching it. I don't really care. I'm telling you guys this just so you know a little bit more about me, and because what happened to me when I was 8 really helped shape me into who I am today. So let's get started. It's going to start raining more, but that's alright. The story's about tar, as I already said. It's about the beach. I was at this seaside town near us called Sea City. Maybe some of you guys have heard of it. And I was there with my family and some family friends. We had rented a house. We were having a good time. And every day, you know, we'd go to the beach. We'd have a good time at the beach. Once again, 8 years old, little Jesse, little Juggy, running around, having a good time, eating like 3 hot dogs, getting buried in the sand by his brother, shit like that. So what ended up happening was every day after we would get done at the beach, we would fight over who's going to get to the showers first. You know, you're all sandy, you want to get cleaned. And it was me, my brother Jeffrey, obviously, and our friend Georgie, and our other friend Emily, and us 4 would fight over the showers. And it'd be, as soon as we're leaving the beach, whoever called first got first on the shower, second, third, fourth, even though nobody would call fourth, we all went first, and then you kind of get stuck with what you got. And then we'd race back to the house and get in the shower and get clean in the appropriate order. So Jesse always would get last. I'd always wouldn't really be thinking about it until the last second. Then like, shit, third, fourth. Oh, I got fourth now. Damn. I wouldn't say damn. I didn't curse when I was younger. I've been corrupted by this world. So yeah, Jesse would always usually get third, fourth. Maybe I got lucky second. This one fateful day, Jesse was first to call showers. So I was pretty excited about that. So this is where the story really begins. Just had to give you that little background. So me and Georgie, Jeffrey, and Emily, we are going back to the house. Jesse called showers first. It was a freak thing. I was really excited. Now when I'm walking home from the beach, I don't have my shoes. I don't have socks. I don't even have flip-flops on. I actually carry them on my boogie board and slide it behind me. You know, it was that little kid, like kind of like with a wagon, just dragging it along, because I was too lazy to carry it with my hands, so I just wanted to drag it. So, you know, we had a good 10 streets, give or take, from our house to the beach. So we'd be walking, and now, mind you, it's the heat of the summer. So, barefoot, I'd be walking on the sidewalk, it's A-okay. But next thing you know, I'd get to a road, and it'd be really hot, because, you know, the black asphalt, the tar, absorbs the sunlight. So it's pretty hot, and it's like, you know, hopping across, and then you get to the sidewalk, and then you do it again, So I did this for a few roads, and Jeffrey and Georgie are trailing behind me. Emily is really far back. I think she got fourth this day. And come up to this one road. Now this road is looking piping hot. I mean, it looks like the tar was just laid onto the ground. It looked fiery hot. Like, you know when you see a freshly paved road and you're like, you can almost see the steam coming off of it. I was ready to cross this thing, and I was like, wow, like, oh, here we go again, here we go. And I took a step, and I sunk through. My foot literally went through the pavement. It wasn't like crunch, like I'm the Hulk step and crunch, everything cracks around me. No, I sunk through as if it was mush. Now you have to imagine the mindfuck that takes place at that moment. You're expecting an extremely hard surface, and then suddenly, what? Now mind you, I'm not just standing at the edge like dipping my foot in, like testing the pool waters. I'm literally have a forward momentum, I'm walking through. So I take that first step and I sink and I'm like, whoa, what the frick? I'm a little off kilter and I continue walking. And I'm sinking. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Why am I... And I did not compute and I'm still walking. Next thing you know, I'm midway across this road. And it took like maybe 5 to 7 seconds, give or take, for me to realize, holy shit, this is fucking on fire. Like, my feet are on fire right now. So halfway across the road, I start doing a hop. I'm like, ow, ow. And I make it to the other side of the road and I immediately collapse to the ground. 8 years old. I am in hysterics. I've never felt something so incredibly painful before in my life. Meanwhile, Jeffrey stopped on the sidewalk and watched in horror. The road had just been paved. There was no warning signs, nothing, no cones, nothing, no caution tape, nothing. Just a freshly tarred road, and I walked across it at 8 years old. So I'm collapsed on the side of the sidewalk, and I look at my feet, and my feet are caked in tar, black sludge. And I'm like, how? Holy shit, you have to imagine, it's over like 365 degrees just burning my flesh on my feet. So I don't know what to do because, you know, asphalt's hardening. That's its purpose. It's, you know, it's going to harden onto whatever surface it's clinging to, and it's really fucking hot. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to be asphalt feet man, like a special superhero. It's kind of retarded. So I start ripping. I dig my hands into the tar, and I'm literally peeling off layers of my own flesh. Blood and flesh and asphalt coming off and getting onto my hands, pulling it off. I am screaming bloody murder, pulling this asphalt off. Jeffrey's freaking, he doesn't know what to do. He manages to go around the road and goes sprinting past to another friend of ours, the neighbors, and tells them, dial 911, like, Jesse, he walked across hot tar, crazy. Meanwhile, my other friend, Georgie, saw it going on. He went backwards. He went back to where our parents were at the beach, because they always take a while we're, you know, rushing to the showers. So Georgie goes running off. Meanwhile, I'm left there. I'm ripping shit off. It's the most excruciating pain. I can still remember it so vividly, as I tell you guys. And luckily, it's been so long, but it's just, oh my God, like like picking away like layers of an onion, and it gets redder and redder, so you start to see like blood vessels and fucking veins and shit. Very morbid stuff, mind you. So I'm doing that, I'm screaming, this old woman's coming across the street, and she's like, excuse me, son, are you all right? And I'm like, I'm in hysterics, mind you. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know why I said that. Just a initial response, first reaction, I guess. She said, okay, and then she kept walking. I don't know what that was. So I'm doing that. I'm ready to pass out. Georgie makes it to my family, and this is a busy road, mind you, and he's on one side of the road, and the parents are on the other side of the road. So Georgie's shouting to him. He's like, hey, Jesse walked across hot tar. Now it was so loud and so busy and so far away that the parents couldn't really hear him. They were like, what is he trying to say right now? And they thought he said Jesse got hit by a car. So they're like, oh my God, Jesse got hit by a car, holy shit. So they go running, they find me, peeling the shit off. I get carried to our house, our rented house at the time, make it to the showers, pouring water all over it. I'm in hysterics. I'm like, why, God, why does this happen to me? Like, oh God, 8 years old, Lord knows what's going through my mind. I think I'm gonna die, you know, I'm never gonna be able to walk again. That's fair to think. Next thing you know, I pass out, I'm getting rushed into an ambulance, freaking rushed to the hospital. And then what happens is I'm hospitalized for a few weeks. getting routine scrapings because, you know, they have to find these embers, these little tar rocks that are embedded deep into my skin, and they have to do routine scrapings to get it all off. This would happen every morning, every night. I was at St. Christopher's. They have like a burn center there in Philadelphia, which isn't far from us, and they treated me good, and it was horrifying. While I was in bed, though, I remember I was given a, I believe it was a DS at the time. Yeah, I was given my first DS. I think that's what came out. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been a DS or Game Boy SP, something. One of the handhelds, and then that literally saved my life while I was in there. But at nighttime would hit, I'd have a heart rate monitor hooked up to me in case something happened, and that thing would flatline. And you know that means you're dead. That thing would flatline every few hours. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm still alive. I'm not dead. So that was traumatizing in of itself. Next thing you know, I'm in a wheelchair. Can't walk for a period of time. I didn't know if I ever could. I didn't know what my life would be like. And then for a very extended period of time after that, because of the hopping thing that I did, one foot got it worse. So the other foot healed a little faster than the other. So I was on crutches for a few months and I was able to hop on that one foot. I was very blessed where both feet healed. 2nd to 3rd degree burns. Crazy stuff. But yeah, that's just one traumatic experience in my life. I have a lot more. I was kind of saving them for a Draw My Life. I don't know if I'm going to do a Draw My Life, at least not anytime soon. There's a lot of stuff I could share with that. It would end up being like an hour long. I'd want it to be extensive as possible. But that's just one thing that happened to me when I was younger. And what that did to me, it was like those few years, I was afraid I was going to die. It was pretty irrational. I mean, you have to imagine a kid at that age, something like that happening, just changes your whole perception on the world. And yeah, I'd have routine nightmares for years. Crazy stuff. But yeah, that's the story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. The reason I'm telling you this now is because it kind of plays into what we're hopefully going to do later today or sometime this week. I don't want to spoil it. If we do decide to do it today, it'll be a later upload, and I'll draw these two videos together. There'll be a connection. But yes, just to remind you guys, the Juggy store has been hacked. We are working on that, but this is all right. This is all right. That link will be in the description and down here below. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Craziness. If you enjoyed this video and you want to hear more stories like this, I'm chock full of them, and I'd love to tell you guys. I have an interesting life sometimes when I think about it, despite the gaming and not leaving my room for periods of time. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I love you, Juggies, to death. Don't feel bad. I'm all good now. It just is a part of me today. Tar is a part of me. And I don't know how many of you guys knew this. Like, that was a thing. Like, that you could burn your feet on asphalt. Like, it's a serious thing. And the fact that they had no warning signs or anything blows my mind. So yes, that was, and if anyone's in Sayal City, it was on 72nd Street. For a period of time after that, you could actually see my feet hardened. Like, you could see it, there's footsteps in the cement, like deep in there, or the tar. But they redid it, so. But the more you know, right, guys? All right, Juggies, I love you all to death. I love you all to death. And don't forget to keep it rigid.